serving God?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
If you're not keeping the Sabbath day holy, if you're not, Give me Nehemiah. Give me Numbers chapter 15 and verse 28. You said, what's the 10 commandments?
What's the commandments? You said keep the commandments. What's the commandments?
I'm about to get you one. Numbers 15.
Doing God's word.
That's not.
Sure it is.
Hey, but what I want to give you, right? What I want to give you, right, is what God actually says, not what you think. Watch this.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Yeah. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Are you a child of Israel? Are you the child of God? So you're the Israelites. All right.
And bid them.
And what?
Bid them.
Command them.
That they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Wait a minute. That's a commandment that they do what?
That they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
That's to make fringes in the borders of your garment. Right? Read. How long?
Throughout their generation.
So it didn't just stop way back then. That means you got to be keeping it as well. Right? Read it again.
Throughout their generations. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
And that you put upon that fringe a ribbon of blue. Give me Matthew 5 and verse 14. So now, that's a commandment that you're supposed to be keeping. Right? Why is that so important? Because I would have known that you knew who you were if you would have been doing that.
That's right.
Now, when the other people look at you, when children look up to you, when you're doing your community service, they ask you, what is that on your shirt? What are they seeing? This is what they're seeing. Read that.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world.
They're seeing that you are the light of the world. They're seeing your light shine. Now they're going to ask you questions. What does that mean? This means that you're an Israelite. These are the customs that you're supposed to be keeping. Read.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
The Bible says a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. But for some reason, you're hiding your light because you're not displaying it. Read.
Neither do man light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
But now you gotta put that light on a candlestick. You gotta put your fringes on. You gotta start keeping the Sabbath day holy. You gotta start teaching these children who they are. And that's good. That's putting your light on a candlestick so that everybody can see it.
That's
Read.
right.
Let your light so shine before men.
That why?
That they may see your good works.
That they may see your what?
Good works.
Wait a minute. You gotta let your light shine before men. You gotta let everybody see that you're keeping the commandments. It ain't only by word of mouth. It's by example. Read.
Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Go back to Numbers. Not that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So when people see who you are and you know that what you represent God, you know that you're an Israelite. You know that you're representing God because you're doing what God said. I'm wearing fringes. I'm keeping the Sabbath day holy. I'm keeping the Passover. I'm keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. I'm keeping those things. People can see your good works. That's better than giving them a cup of coffee. Why? Because the wages of sin is death. Watch this.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. And speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them, that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
God says command them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments. Why are we supposed to wear those?
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
That you may do what?
Remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So guess what? When you forget to keep the Sabbath day holy, what you got to remind you? Your fringes. Because you got to put them on every day. You understand? God says you should be wearing that to remind you to keep the commandments. Read.
And do them.
And do what?
And do them.
Not only remember the commandments, but you got to actually put some action for it. Read.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a whoring.
That ye seek not after your own mind, after which you used to go a whoring after other customs. Right? We're supposed to be keeping the customs of God. Got a question. Ephesians what?
Chapter 6, 10 through 20.
What's that say?
Ephesians chapter 6.
What's
10.
The point? What's the point? We about to read all.
Look, there go my brothers right there. Shalom. Shalom. Look at they light shining.
That's right.
Look at they light shining. They light shining because they know who they are according to the Bible. My brother, what tribe you from? My brother, what tribe you from? Issachar, same tribe? All praises. They know who they are. Light shining in darkness. Read that.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Why'd you want us to read that?
So you can put on the whole armor of God.
So we can put on the whole armor of God.
That would be the same thing as
So
that, right?
are you missing some cheek? Are you missing a chink in your armor?
Yes.
You missing something in your armor?
I'm missing a fringe.
You missing some fringes, right? You know what else you can be doing? You celebrate your birthday?
Keep it
I
real.
celebrate the whole month.
All right, you celebrate your birthday though, right? Right?
That's how the
You
back-
celebrating the whole month is the same thing that our oppressors did. They forced us to do that, right? Now we do it willingly because we do it ignorantly. You understand? So now, should you be doing that according to the Bible?
Every month they celebrate their birthday.
Yes.
Number 5.
It would be no different than celebrating, say, Christmas.
You're right, and the Bible says you shouldn't celebrate Christmas. I'm gonna show you that. All right, Job chapter. I'm gonna show you that. Watch this. Job chapter 1. Follow me.
We're all under breast milk, right? We're all learned.
Okay.
I learn every day just
You-
like you do.
So watch this. Follow me. Job chapter 1 and verse 5.
Job chapter 1 and verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For
So Job. So start at verse 3. Verse 4. Start at verse 4. I want to show you something.
Job chapter 1 and verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day.
So the Bible says Job and his sisters went about and feasted Job's sons, went and feasted everyone his day. These are Job's children. So they feasted everyone his day. What do we call our day today? Our birthday, right? So they were feasting and they were celebrating, correct? Read.
And sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them.
So they was partying. They called the sisters and everybody was eating and drinking. Read.
And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning.
The word sanctified means cleanse them. He had to cleanse them. So he sent and cleansed them, read.
And offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all.
So burnt offerings are offered for sins, read.
For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned.
It may be my sons that did what?
That my sons have sinned.
So when they were celebrating their birthday, they what?
Have sinned.
Wait a minute. Job went and offered sacrifices for them because when they were celebrating their days, what were they doing? What was it called? A sin. Give me Job chapter 3. Job chapter 3 and verse 1.
Job chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed his day.
God, Job opened his mouth and he cursed his own day because his children were sinning in that they celebrated their own birthday.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
And Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man-child conceived. Let that day be darkness. Let not God regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it.
So Job said, let not God regard it from above. So does God honor your birthday? No. So you shouldn't either.
That's right.
You got to honor the days of the Lord. That's what you got to do. These are the chinks that's missing in your armor that you're supposed to be having on. This is what it's talking about, put on the whole armor of God. You read the word and you apply it. So now, do you celebrate your birthday from now on? Not no more.
That's
Give me
right.
Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10. This is in the Bible, what you're supposed to be doing as an Israelite. Right? Now you got to go get you some fringes like these Israelites right here. You know who you are. You just got to take the steps to doing what you're supposed to do. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So God says don't learn the ways of the other nation. Heathen means people outside of Israel. He says don't learn their ways. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain.
He said their customs are vain, meaning empty lies. Their customs have no meaning in our society, right? Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
God says what?
One cutteth a tree out of the forest.
What is this custom? When you cut a tree out of the forest. What is a custom where we use a tree? What is the tradition where we use a tree?
Keep reading.
Oh, you're a lumberjack. We cut the tree out the forest, but what do we do with it?
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it.
They do what?
Deck it.
What they do with that tree after they cut it out the forest?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
So God says, learn not the way of the heathen. Don't cut the tree out of the forest and decorate it. You didn't know that was in the Bible, did you? Go back to verse 2.
Learn not. Wait, excuse me. Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
God says don't learn this way. Don't do this every year. Don't celebrate this custom. Don't do this tradition that they've taught you in slavery. So just like you're not supposed to celebrate your birthday, what you said was equivalent to celebrating Christmas, you ain't even supposed to be celebrating Christmas. You're not supposed to celebrate none of America's holidays. Leviticus 23 and verse 1, and we're going to wrap it up there.
Yes, sir.
This is what you're supposed to be doing. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak unto who?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's who you are according to the Bible.
That's right.
And say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, even these are my feasts.
So you're supposed to be doing the feast days of the Lord. So what are some feast days of the Lord that you're supposed to be keeping?
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
It's the Lord's what?
Passover.
That's when our people were delivered out of Egypt, delivered from oppression and slavery. That's what you're supposed to be celebrating. When Moses said, let my people go. That's what you're supposed to be celebrating, brother. That's how you let your light shine. When you're teaching your people the truth about the Bible. You understand? So now, get Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16. Matthew 5 verse 16, we're going to wrap it up.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
So now you got to let your light shine before men. You got to learn more, because there's a lot more than what we just taught you right here that you're supposed to be doing. You understand? All the lies that you've been taught here in America, now you got to do away with them, right? And that's how you begin to let your light shine before men. As they see your example, whoever looks up to you might change their ways and become to serve God in truth, right? Not in lies, in truth.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.